Back in Week 16, the Broncos lost a blowout in their previous matchup against the Raiders. Can Las Vegas sweep the series? Find out next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face on with the Denver Broncos. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays. Anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with the pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and then went after that one and took it all the way.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass. Tamp things down a little bit.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Courtland Sutton. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chasing.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trucks over him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, and they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go play action with Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
Well, we love to say get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Max Crosby in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Burrow going right back to Fant.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Callaway. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Bonds, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and the Raiders have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here, and thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver, that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
That is caught by Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's go. Let's do this. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 106 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Still fighting. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 134 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Here's Jacobs. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down and 4. Hurts. Open man. He completes it to Judy.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Off the draw, here's Williams. Good footwork at the 30. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. That one, a first down pickup of 8. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumed. 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big.
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Burrow will throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. That's returnable now for Smith. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a third down. Now it's Burrow. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. This goes out wide for Drake. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Drake. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Denver, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.